Welcome aboard one and all to the home of the Hype Train and its dedicated football team, Hype Train FC. The date was Sunday, February 6th, 2022. The venue itself, a very wet Coley Recreation Ground, and the opponents, a Whitley Wood outfit who we hadn't yet played and were sat in 8th place in the table. And the game, of course, was our 9th outing in RDSL Division 4 this season, which pitted central defender Joe Sawyer against his brother Kieran and his former Sunday League outfit. Following on from a memorable cup victory over Hearts of Bracknell the day prior, the squad were buzzing to keep our momentum going as we headed into another match day. Our hosts, Whitley Wood, were wearing light blue with white shorts on a muddy pitch, whilst the train were outfitted in our red Kitlocker power-up strip. We started with Jake Holloway in goal and a defensive line of Robert Austin, Vincent van Lembergen, Joe Sawyer and John Watkins ahead of Holloway in the sticks. In midfield, Chris Marshall was joined by Callum Parr-Jones and Gino Izzo in central positions, with Callum Fox-Spence and Phil Newport starting on either flank in support of Leon Mannion up top for the team. Among the substitutes for the game we had two, with Waleed Zaki joined by Jamie Carter. Ahead of kickoff, if you follow the team, don't forget to hit the like button as well as subscribing to the channel for more action from the train, and you can also find out more about the club by visiting our main website hypetrainfc.com and by visiting our parent website over at thehypetrain.co.uk for more from the Hype Train. Let's get straight into things in the first half with the team going from left to right. Callum Parr-Jones has picked up the ball and fed in Phil Newport and Leon. Leon's been fed on by Phil, who cuts back to the number 7 to strike home an easy tap in the far right corner to give the team a 1-0 lead early on. A bright start indeed for the team here as we win the ball back deep in our own midfield with Chris Marshall and Gino Izzo combining well to free Leon down the right hand channel. Leon bursts away from his left back, he provides a cross in, it goes in off Phil's knee into the roof of the net and we have a 2-0 lead. The next attack for the team started when Whitley's midfielder tussles here with Gino Izzo in midfield. They eventually pass the ball off to Kieran Sawyer at centre back, though intercepting is his brother Joe, with Phil Newport picking up the ball before putting the ball behind the defence with Leon chasing on. He puts the ball around the goalkeeper, puts the ball into an empty net and the team have a 3-0 lead. Now for a moment of horror for any goalkeeper at grassroots level, and this attack starts when we pick up the ball in a wet and slidey midfield. The ball is eventually fed out to Leon on the right wing here. Leon eventually checks in past a couple of players before setting up to shoot. The shot isn't a powerful one and it bobbles over the foot of the Whitley keeper. Look at the reaction on the side from one of the guys. We have a 4-0 lead. Opportunities kept coming and we start here where Gino plays the ball into Chris here. He stood in the puddle at the halfway line with Gino and Chris playing the ball nice around with each other. Callum eventually feeds the ball behind the lines to Leon. Leon is tripped up in the box and we have a chance from the spot. Stepping up to complete his hat-trick early on in the first half here was Leon, and he buries the penalty in the bottom right corner to the goalkeeper's left and the team are 5-0 up. Victor! Our VO camera is still resetting with the AI technology picking up the start of the play just as we score our 5th goal here, and it doesn't breed good news here for Whitley as straight from kickoff after the 5th goal, Gino Izzo does well to play in Leon behind the back. Leon provides a first time touch that rounds the goalkeeper. It's another goal for Leon, 4 on the day, and the team take a 6-0 lead into half time. Taking a strong lead into the second half, the 7th goal wasn't too far away from the squad here, and it all starts when Leon and Callum Parr-Jones do well to combine here. Callum picks up Jamie Carter on as a second half substitute, who eventually takes one touch and crosses in. Phil Newport again beats the defender, he stabs home into the top of the net, and Phil has his 2nd goal of the game and a 7-0 lead for the team. We didn't just have one hat-trick hero in the game, we had two, and the goals were rounded out for the team here when Leon does well here to feed in Phil. Phil on the right-hand side takes one touch before poking it past the goalkeeper. It hits the shins of the keeper as it bobbles into the net. The team have an 8-0 lead and both Phil and Leon have hat-tricks. The goals dried up after the 8th goal here, though we will show off a few of our chances that could have extended the lead. We start here when the ball is whipped into the penalty area. Jamie Carter takes a shot in before eventually teeing up Chris Marshall at the edge of the box. Chris takes one touch and a swing at goal, and it hits the crossbar and it's out for a corner after a good save from the keeper. Collecting the ball on the opposite pitch at Coley Park, another chance presents itself pretty early as there's a throw in to Joe Sawyer, the former Whitley player here, who takes one touch to set before firing a speculative shot or a cross, we don't know. It nearly lobs the keeper. And last up to bat, there's a counter-attack for the team as Whitley fire in a corner kick. It goes out with Jamie Carter on hand to beautifully collect the ball here. He feeds Leon down the line. There's Phil in the penalty area with Whitley scrambling back. Leon does get in a cross here. Phil takes a touch to set, but the goalkeeper makes an excellent save. The full-time whistle brought relief for all involved in the game as we run away with the fixture in the first half, though in the second half we were laboured and slightly off the pace, only adding 2 goals to the 6 scored in the first half, though nonetheless it was still good to get 8 goals on the board for our goal tally. What that does for the table after 11 games is secure the team's 10th victory of the season, sitting comfortably in second place behind Reading United at the top of the table, knowing we had both home and away fixtures upcoming against Give Back FC's reserve team. Next up for the team, we faced a double header of fixtures against Singh Sabha in EBFL's Premier Division, whilst on Sundays we'll bring you highlights of the team's return fixture at home against Brothers United in RDSL Division 4. Until next time, believe the hype.